I want to quickly talk to you about the best alternatives to a Patreon this year, okay? So before I actually talk about the alternatives, let's first talk about Patreon, what it is and what you can use it for. So if you think about Patreon, think about an online crowdfunding membership platform that can actually collect recurring payments to support a creator. So it can be a coach, it can be an online content creator, it can be a YouTube creator, it can be any type of creator, okay? So, unlike other membership platforms, Patreon didn't start with an exchange of membership fees for member perks. It started as a patronage, let's say patronage platform, okay, and where founders could support creators because they believed in the work and over time added more features, okay. So Patreon was actually founded by Jack Conte, a famous YouTube musician, and Sam Yam in 2013. So it has been around for a little bit more than 10 years now. And the duo started the platform after struggling to make money off of their music for several years. They believed that creators could find financial freedom if their fans had a direct path to supporting their work monetarily, right? It's all about consistency and it's all about monetization. So, how does Patreon works? How does it work? On Patreon, fans can become members or patrons as long as they called on the platform on a paid subscription for their favorite creators. So a patron's subscription will get creators like you and me added benefits like let's say exclusive content, access community features, and more. Right. So that's pretty good in terms of flexibility, but also in terms of I would say efficiency. So in exchange for a membership fee, creators offer perks to their supporters. Things like access to materials, bonus creations, hangouts, discounts, and more. Okay. So Patreon is free to use, but in exchange, it takes a percentage of your earnings. So that's an important element to pay attention to. So Patreon does pretty well in terms of simplicity, but also membership tiers. Okay. On the flip side, Patreon can be better because right now there are huge hidden fees. They take about 5% or more of your let's say your exchange fees, and you also have limited features. So something to really think about. Okay, and Patreon is also hard to get. It's kind of hard to get found on the platform, and also there are better monetization models. Okay, especially if you think about community platforms. And you also have the fact that tiered membership platforms can be exhausting because when we're trying to create, let's say, a premium content for Patreon and still keep on creating for social media to monetize, it's really exhausting, especially over time. So if you're looking for a best alternatives to Patreon, what are the things you need to look for? I mean, in Patreon substitute. First of all, you want to look at something with a reasonable price. Okay, Patreon's free platform costs way more than a lot of other platforms you could use to monetize your audience. So you could look for a similar platform that takes a lower cut of revenues or a platform with a fixed cost that lets you keep everything. Okay. So from my perspective, fixed cost platforms are always better. They don't penalize you as you grow. Okay. Also, think about native features. Native features. So, a problem that Patreon has that some Patreon alternatives have solved in is the issues around native features for creators. So, when you build a paid membership site through Patreon, you won't have many native options to build a great experience for your members. This is because a lot of Patreon's model relies on integrations. If creators want to do more than make a text-based blog post, okay, so it's important to understand that Patreon remains, in some ways, a supplemental service for creators who use another platform to post their content. Okay, so the best alternatives to a Patreon give creators like you and me actually a space to build a brand from the ground up and offer all their awesome work under the same roof while having the ability to monetize. You also want to look at real engagement features. That's an important element to make your content stand out. Okay. So Patreon actually has really limited options for building engagement and community. So you want to look for a substitute that has real engagement features. And also you want to look at marketing tools. Okay. You want to be able to monetize your content, but also be able to expand the quote unquote buzz that's around your content. Okay. Patreon doesn't have many features for creators to market actually the awesome bonus content they are creating. That means what? It means that you'll be left preaching to the choir, so to speak, because the people who will know about your Patreon are most likely already supporting it. So something to really pay attention to this year. So let's first talk about the best alternatives to Patreon this year. Number one, you have Mighty Networks. Okay, Mighty Network is actually the best Patreon alternative for memberships and community. So this is actually a pretty good platform in terms of efficiency. So your community grows on autopilot because members talk to each other and form lasting relationships, not just you. So this is kind of cool. And what I love about Mighty Networks is that it comes with an app for every device, as and you can even grow into your own branded app if that's what you when you're ready. Okay, so basically, finally, Mighty doesn't take up a percentage of your revenue. It's based on a flat fee. That's something to think about. Okay. Next, you have ConvertKit. So ConvertKit is also another great alternative to Patreon. So if you want to start a premium newsletters, if you want to start a series of premium newsletters for your audience, ConvertKit is an amazing option. Okay. So unlike others, ConvertKit charges a much lower transaction fee, 3.5%. It's free to use for up to 1,000 subscribers and reasonably priced after that. And with ConvertKit, you can charge for newsletter subscriptions, easily taking care of everything with the platform itself. So this is pretty interesting. Okay, and so you can easily set up and sell a newsletter. You can create awesome hosted landing pages from templates. You can segment and automate your mailing list, and you have a tool that integrates seamlessly with the Mighty Network community, among other things. And then you also have Kajabi. So Kajabi is actually the best Patreon alternative for pre-recorded courses. Okay, this is an online platform that mixes a good LMS with a powerful set of marketing tools. Okay, and with features like marketing funnels, landing pages, and advanced customization features for sales. Kajabi course creators have actually a solid set of tools to market and sell courses. So what I love here is that Kajabi is pretty great in terms of offering actually a holistic approach. So what are the pros and cons of Kajabi? And you can see the price. Now, Kajabi is not cheap, okay, but it has a lot of functionalities, okay. The pros and cons. Pros, you have a solid LMS with advanced features for creating content, dripping material, and evaluating. You can build landing pages and marketing funnels, and it's accessible with a good app for every device. On the flip side, it's the most expensive option here, and it doesn't work well for either cohort courses, live, or community. Let's talk about Podia. Podia is another great alternative to Patreon. Okay, so Podia actually lets you sell online courses and other forms of digital content, actually as a standalone product. The one thing you need to really understand here is that Podia actually is now offering creators the ability to charge subscriptions for content. So that's kind of cool. And so, what are the pros and cons of Podia? On the plus side, you can charge for online courses, paid subscriptions, and standalone products. And Podia doesn't take any of the revenue acquired from your members' support, although you pay a monthly subscription fee for the service. On the flip side, the paid membership service package starts at $79 per month, and you will need to spend an additional $30 to $45 a month for marketing services. So that's something to really think about. If you are selling, let's say, online courses and digital content, and you also have limited analytics data and not much functionality for community management. Next, you have Buy Me a Coffee. So Buy Me a Coffee is a Patreon alternative that works in a really similar way. It's made for creators, musicians, artists, with the idea of offering a small amount of support to the creator. You often see the Buy Me a Coffee link embedded in websites, blogs, Linktree, etc. Okay, so you can create a profile that shows off your creations and content, and can link off to other resources. So while focused on small one-time payments, it's possible to create member-only content with Buy Me a Coffee, and it's actually a simple way to monetize like Patreon. So pros and cons here is it's a patronage platform similar to Patreon. You are able to receive one-time payments or regular memberships. You have the ability to create benefits for your subscribers, and you can build profiles and share your work. Okay. On the flip side, transaction fees are kind of high, 5%. Okay, and you have very limited forms of engaging with your customers. No community options. Next, you have a Kickstarter. Kickstarter is a Patreon substitute that operates on a similar philosophy, helping people fund their work. Okay, it does have a more of a reputation for helping businesses and cool products get off the ground, right? This is let's say, a crowdfunding platform originally. So this is important. And one thing I want to really understand here is that with Kickstarter, you can create projects and find backers for them. You can raise money from the platform's many users, and you have creative ways to reward your backers. Okay. On the other side, on the flip side, it's not really right for ongoing memberships or support. If you don't get all the money, you don't get any. So something to really keep in mind. If you're looking for another alternative to Patreon, think about OnlyFans. So OnlyFans actually has a reputation for adult content. Okay, it can be used to monetize any type of creator with a subscription model. Okay, and you can create and share different kinds of content like photos and videos. And like Patreon, you can set subscriber levels and offer different rewards for each level. Okay, it has a lot more features for connecting with your subscribers than Patreon does. Things like messaging, more content options, and better community building. So this is kind of cool. And also, you need to understand that there is some stigma because the platform is so directed to adult content. Okay, and OnlyFans takes a 20% transaction fee, so that's kind of huge. Next, you have Medium. Medium, actually, if you've got a bigger, let's say, audience, or even or going to blogging, for instance, if you want to earn from your writing, Medium can be let's say an attractive alternative. Okay, so basically, the writer platform and blogging space, they used to be just a free place to create a blog. Now they are charging for it, but they're charging for it for a good reason, though. Okay, so you have a beautiful interface that publishes great looking blogs, a built-in audience looking to read, and some monetization options. On the flip side, the monetization options really are not really that great, and you don't own your audience. You are driving traffic to Medium, really, and there are not many community building features other than comments. Okay. Next, you have Ko-Fi. So if you think about an alternative to Patreon this year, think about Ko-Fi. And Ko-Fi actually leans in on a friendly, low-stakes support model for fans to support creators. And much like the name suggests, they like to think of paid member support, like buying a creator a cup of coffee. Okay, so something to really think about. And one thing I want to say here is that the platform is free to get started on and allows creators to actually organize work into simple albums to share with their supporters. You can write blog posts, create the support goals, and have gated content behind monthly subscriptions. And unlike Patreon, Ko-Fi doesn't charge a fee on member donations either. Additionally, you are paid whenever a fan subscribes or donates instead of a lump monthly sum, actually. So let's talk about the pros and cons here. So on the plus side, there is no platform fee on Ko-Fi for donations, right? You can accept payments through Stripe or PayPal, and it's easy to get started, and creators can utilize simple tools to create blog posts, content albums, and charge for subscriptions. On the flip side, actually, Ko-Fi doesn't have the best options for analytics or community engagement, community management. It's largely a supplemental experience for creators who post content elsewhere. Okay. Bottom line is Ko-Fi is a good low stakes Patreon alternative for creators and especially artists who want to offer a virtual tip jar experience. Okay. I mean, the platform is not really equipped to be the main space for creators to build a community around their work, but similar to Patreon, it offers a supplemental way to monetize your following from other platforms. Next, you have Substack. So if you think about an alternative to a Patreon, think about Substack. And for writers, Substack offers another way to monetize your content with a paid newsletter. So whether you are a creative or a journalist, you can build a following with pretty much any type of writing on Substack, making it a good Patreon alternative for writers. Okay, so subscription tiers and flexible monetization, a platform with readers easily available, and you have direct to email features. On the flip side, you have limited content options for non-writers. The platform takes a 10% cut, and they own your readers, not you. Next, you have Thinkific. Thinkific is another course creation tool that comes with different features for running alternate types of training or content. It can do things like host a coaching program, downloads, and memberships. The course platform itself is it's a good platform with quizzes, articles, surveys, and webinars. So basically, you can create online courses with a flexible LMS. You can add in different types of content and products, downloads, memberships, programs, but it's not really a community or membership-based platform. And Thinkific doesn't have any mobile apps yet. Next, you have Gumroad. This is another alternative. It's actually a sales platform that lets you sell almost anything from art to software to fitness to self-improvement. You can monetize in a bunch of different ways. It's easy to set up a digital storefront and create products. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And what I love also is that it also works like a marketplace. So you might find new supporters and customers from Gumroad if people are looking for whatever you make. The interface is easy to use, and you've got flexible pricing options for your members, including pay what you want. Okay. The downside is that it suffers from the same problem Patreon does. It takes, can you imagine, 10% of your revenue. So if you raise $10,000 of support, you would pay $1,000 in fees. That's a hefty bit out of your revenue. So think about that. Next, you have Selfie. So Selfie is another alternative to Patreon. If you're looking for a substitute to Patreon, Selfie, think about Selfie. It's a flexible sales platform that lets you sell pretty much anything. You can sell physical products, print on demand, digital products, and even videos. It's a flexible monetization engine. Okay. So you can easily build a storefront and sell digital products. You have print, match, or on demand, email and marketing tools built in, and you have reasonable prices, not percentage based, but you do have limited membership features, and too much revenue pushes you into a higher plan. You also have Teachable. So for a course only alternative to Patreon, Teachable is a good option. So you're able to host and sell a pre-recorded course with different content options, certificates, and assessment features. It has some built-in marketing features, okay, and an affiliate page, an affiliate program rather, so that your supers can sell to other people and get paid from it, okay. But on the flip side, actually, there is no course community or engagement options. There are no course community or engagement options, and no app for Android. Next, you have Ghost. So Ghost actually is an alternative to actually Patreon. Okay, but it mostly for a newsletter. Okay, it has a clean but powerful content interface with good UX. It's easy to start a newsletter, and you have good audience and member management tools. On the flip side, the self-hosting option is quite complicated to get working, and it has limited features. So it's really not. It's just It's really just a good editor, okay? So complex membership packages with different goodies aren't really possible. Finally, you have Etsy. So Etsy, if you create any kind of artistic product, Etsy might be a good platform for you this year. You have a global marketplace of customers, search engine traffic, and an awesome review system, and a familiar brand people are already comfortable using for shopping. Okay. And finally, you have Indiegogo. So basically, if you think about Indiegogo, think about a platform that's primarily for tech. So it might not be the right fit for all creators. But if you're looking to a Patreon to help pay for you to develop a new invention, product, or IP, then Indiegogo is probably a better option. It's kind of similar to Kickstarter, by the way, in terms of crowdfunding. So it comes with searchable database of ongoing projects that increase the chances of you getting discovered. And like Patreon, campaigns can come with perks for supporters. So in conclusion to this conversation, I gave you the best alternatives to a Patreon. So I explained what Patreon is, what to look for in Patreon alternative, and just give you a list of all the 17 Patreon alternatives this year. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.